Join us and help us continue to support the many talented people of our community. Learn how to get your business highlighted on La Crosse Local. Go to lacrosselocal.com and click on Advertise. The Frozen River Film Festival is taking place February 5th through 12th in Winona, Minnesota. Nearly 50 feature and short-form documentary films that will take you to the heart of current events, the forefront of social change, and distinct cultures in an increasingly global community. For tickets and more information, visit frff.org. Join us at the La Crosse Winter Roots Festival Saturday, February 11th at the La Crosse Center. We'll celebrate Wisconsin favorites in music, cuisine, local beer, and spirits. Grab tickets at lacrosselocal.com. The Pump House Regional Arts Center brings you live, heartfelt performances from gifted singer-songwriters. Enjoy original music brought to stage by area mainstay musicians and sought-after regional bands. Check out the concert series online and pick up your tickets at thepumphouse.org. We connect with Sarah Korte of Korte Acres, located in Chaseburg, Wisconsin. We discuss her origins with farming, specialty pork, buying from local farmers, and where you can pick up their meat locally. Follow Korte Acres on Facebook, but only if you agree to be bombarded with photos of cute animals. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is La Crosse Local.
My name is Sarah Korte, and my husband and I knit Korte Farm near Chaseburg, Wisconsin. I was born in Eagan, Minnesota, and was quite a city kid. Lived in Newport Beach, California for a while. My parents had a early midlife crisis and left the big city life and moved us and my younger siblings to a dairy farm near Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So at the age of 10, I went from big city life to basically milking cows, and I'm grateful for that experience. So I grew up as a dairy farmer. My husband grew up blue collar town, Manitowoc, Wisconsin, a very blue collar community, but didn't know anything about animals. Never even had a dog growing up. So he got into farming through me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how did it come together then? Just you guys kind of slowly got into this business, or is this something that's kind of you just jumped in, or?
Well, my husband works for Organic Valley, which is a dairy cooperative in this area. And my family had farmed through that cooperative. So that's how we met. When we got married, we were living in the Twin Cities. I was working up there, but I always wanted to try to farm. And Nick was on board with that, loved that lifestyle of being on the land. And actually, I subscribed to the Wall Street Journal. And one time on the front page of the Wall Street Journal, there was an article about Gloucestershire Old Spots and how this heritage breed of pigs was just amazing. And the chefs were raving about the quality of the meat and how fat is back and nobody wants lean white pork anymore. And I cut that out and put that on the fridge and said, this is what we're going to do someday, kind of as a joke. And that article followed us around for 3 years before we got our little farm.
So, I kind of got turned on to your business through seeing what Shuby's butcher shop in La Crosse was doing. So what is that again? What is the heritage pork? Like, for people who don't know, I mean, I eat bacon. I love pork, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know what's this like specifics with this breed?
Yeah, good question. So people who don't do a lot of farming or are around that, you could maybe think about it like breeds of dogs. Like a dog is a dog, right? And yet you have such diversity as like from a Chihuahua to like a Newfoundland, right? In the pig world, you have these older lines of genetic diversity that haven't been bred for like the modern pork. So the modern pig, the modern pork would be a very white meat, very, very lean. And these older lines that weren't quote unquote messed with, it's a darker red meat if fed properly, and it's a fattier meat. Also, the animals have more of their natural instincts. So they're better at living actually outside on the land. They're tougher, they're hardier, they still have good mothering instincts. Whereas these modern breeds, those mothering instincts aren't there. They're more of a sensitive animal. You probably do have to keep them in a barn to keep them healthy. So those are the differences. This particular breed, Gloucestershire Old Spot, from England, known colloquially as the orchard pig. They're very good foragers. People would fatten them on apples in the fall. They're a white pig with black spots, and they have floppy ears, very cute, especially the babies. They look like little Dalmatian puppies. The folk tale about them is that the apples falling off the trees would bruise them, and so they had these black spots.
Huh. So you kind of like went through there, your kind of different farming practices. It looks like you're making clear decisions on what you want to grow. What are some other things that you kind of incorporate in the process of kind of raising up these animals?
Well, we do think about it from all angles. Our farm is only 27 acres. It's small. There's a little trout stream running through it, and it was in corn and beans, and just on that kind of rotation. And we transitioned it to be in grass. And that grass really protects the stream nearby from any runoff of we don't use chemical fertilizers. We don't use pesticides. We don't have to worry about any of that running into the water. Our pigs are actually rotated on grass. They're fed certified organic grain or some leftover brewer's grain from the La Crosse distillery in town. They're very generous and share that with us. So we're trying to have a product where the pigs are happy, the land is treated well, and it tastes really, really good.
That is just that explanation is enough for people to buy local. Another thing I found about these local sort of producers like yourself is just being out in the fall and visiting the apple orchards and seeing some of these products out there in their little shops. Of course, how important is those sort of buy local thing for you?
Oh, to me, it's very important. We're not perfect. We try to circulate as many of our dollars as we can in the local economy. But you think about my little farm, our little farm with our little group of pigs, and the La Crosse distillery is collaborating with us. We always try to promote their product. Shuby's is collaborating with us. I always try to promote their butcher shop. I'm supporting the local feed mill. I'm supporting the local hardware stores, the local farm stores. We just try to keep those dollars circulating in our community. I think that's very important for all of us.
I followed on your Facebook page that people can find out. Kind of funnily, you put on by liking and following your page, you agree to be bombarded by photos of cute animals. Besides that, where do people get your products? Like, how do they even work with you?
Well, Shuby's is going to hopefully continue to carry us sporadically. So I'll always note on our Korte Acres Facebook page, hey, go to Shuby's, our meat's there. And people can also contact me to sign up to purchase a whole or a half pig. And now it takes me about a year to raise a whole or a half pig. So get on my list, and then I can get you signed up and I can collaborate with you. Our pigs are processed by Nordic, which is a small butcher in the Viroqua area. Again, another small business we're supporting. Yeah. So that's how people can contact us for some pork.
For someone who hasn't, I've always see those half or whole animals. What is that seasonally like? I know they can hook up with you, but is that is it a spring, when do you have to get in? What's the timeline for something like that?
Well, we're going to try to space it so that we had some pigs going to butcher every couple of months. But generally, most pigs are ready for slaughter in the fall, like November. November is the sweet spot because then you finish your pig where they're eating apples, they're eating nuts, they're eating pumpkins, and that really makes a quality product at the end. So fall is the ideal time to get your animal. But contact me in advance because now that people are hearing about us, I really have quite a long list of interested people.
So where can people follow along? We talked about the Facebook page, but is there, people call you, or how does that all work?
People can email me at korteacresfood@gmail.com. And if you message me on Facebook and want to chat over the phone, we can do that too. I think we're probably going to get a website going here as well, but we don't have that yet.
La Crosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at La Crosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the La Crosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.